Jewish people since the Holocaust, it was reminiscent of it. People were hunted down, many shot at point-blank range. There were burnings and rapes and horrific final moments as the pursued tribe had failed to find refuge. Giddy and bloodthirsty, the terrorists recorded their monstrous rampage on body cams. 800 of the 1,200 they killed were civilians. They took another 250 hostage. Predictably, Israeli retribution was swift and devastating. The Hamas-run health ministry puts the death toll at more than 41,500, the majority civilians. Today, the Israeli cabinet observed a minute's silence but stayed away from the ceremonies in the south, where Mr. Netanyahu is unpopular because of the remaining hostages. Ultimately, this was the people's day, not the politicians. It's rare to see Israel's president, the man in the glasses, as just another face in the crowd. The biggest crowd today was at the site of the Nova Music Festival, where 364 young party goers were murdered. A couple of miles away in Gaza, the Israelis were warning people to flee neighborhoods they've already conquered but are going to fight for again. The war looks like it's on a loop, and today isn't just the anniversary of the beginning, it's the first day of its second year. John Irvine, ITV News, Southern Israel.
Well, Israel now finds itself fighting on several fronts. Its military is continuing its offensive against Hamas inside Gaza, today carrying out more airstrikes across the region. Its troops have invaded Lebanon, where the Israeli military are now engaged in a ground war with Hezbollah and is bombing the capital, Beirut. It's bombed the Houthis in Yemen. And just last week, Iran launched a huge missile attack on Tel Aviv and other Israeli cities. Israel has vowed revenge. Well, our international editor Emma Murphy is in Beirut for us, and there were those more strikes in Lebanon this afternoon. Yes, very much sense of escalation here over the last few hours. We now know that 100 fighter jets from the Israeli Air Force targeted 120 separate positions that they believed were connected to Hezbollah in the space of an hour. So you can imagine the intensity of that bombardment. That was bombardment here in Beirut. We have seen continual strikes during the course of the day that replicate the strikes that we have seen night after night here. So clearly, this evening is about to start getting a lot more noisy and a lot more.
How dare you?
Trying to live in this whole region. There's also been a warning from the Israeli military today that people in the south must not go on the beach and must stay out of the sea. That is very significant because that would suggest that as well as the ground operation that they have underway in the south and the air operation, they are potentially about
to expand this into then.
No, they'll get shot.
It's very disturbing for people because over the past years they have seen Gaza, before this last incarnation of the war, be under a state of military siege from the sea, from the air and from the land. And there is a sense that they are moving towards that, and that is causing really very, very great alarm. Now, Emma, this is a question that I think many have asked over the past 12 months, but where do you think all this is going to head? Well, I think if you just take a look at the events of this evening and the course of the last few days, this is not reaching any point of de-escalation. How many times over the last year, whether it be in Gaza or here in Lebanon, have we heard world leaders, have we heard politicians ask for people to take a pause, to recognise red lines and not cross them, for the next thing to be that that red line has been crossed and disappears into the distance as if it never existed? I think there is very much a sense that things here are going to get a lot more acute and significantly worse before they get any better. If you look at last year and everything that has gone on since October the 7th, you'd have to say that that was the year that depravity defeated diplomacy. And it is a year that is marked by death, by devastation and displacement. The fear for Lebanon is that that is what faces them now.
Emma, thanks very much. It wasn't just the massacres 1 year ago that shocked and outraged Israel and the world. It was also the capture of scores of Israeli hostages. It has prolonged the horror felt by many. More than 1,200 people were killed during the Hamas attack, and 250 citizens were taken hostage. So far, 117 hostages have been freed. The majority were released as part of the ceasefire exchange, but 97 are still being held captive, although Israeli officials believe at least a third of those have been killed, but not yet recovered from Gaza. One of the hostages who was released is 40-year-old Moran Yanai. She was held for 55 days and has told ITV News about her terrifying ordeal and how she saw death every single day. And 1 year on, she desperately hopes that others will make it out alive like her. She spoke to our correspondent, Rachel Younger.
7 rockets in the sky is going to end soon. It's going to be over and everything will be the same, but it doesn't stop. They broke the fences, and you know that there is a herd of terrorists coming towards us as well. And that's it. That's a point that you have a lot of small talks with the guy upstairs because it doesn't seem real, you know, being dragged by 13 Hamas terrorists, just one.
And as they drive you into Gaza, do they say anything to you at that point when they make you open your eyes?
Everyone, the entire city, from the smallest child to the oldest one, celebrating evil.
Building, Papa building.
I saw that almost every single day. Second day, the building next to us is crashing down. You don't know when the next bomb is gonna hit.
You're a woman. I would imagine being not a second of privacy.
Somebody is staring at you 24/7, and you don't know why. You're a thing. You're a matter in their hands. They choose what to do with you. You just hope that today is not gonna be your day.
Tell me about the moment when they finally freed you.
Well, I didn't really believe them. They fooled me 3 times, even took me to the street and say that I'm being released with 2 other hostages and then being dragged back into the houses. I didn't believe them. I really believed that the last day when he came to take me out from the house, I really believed that they're gonna kill me, that I'm gonna be, shot at because they covered my eyes, and that was like never happened before. And eventually, we saw the Red Cross. Many people talk about that moment that they saw us smiling, thinking maybe that everything was okay. First of all, I will smile. But the second thing is that I won. I won.
You survived somehow more than 50 days in captivity. How long can somebody survive in those conditions?
I have to believe that they have the power that I had inside. I have to believe that they will make it back home.
Moran Yanai there, and Rachel is in Ashkelon in southern Israel for us now, close to the border with northern Gaza. And what's been happening there today?
Oh, like this.
Well, I think it's best summed up, Charlene, as a mix of remembrance and retribution. There have been a number of deeply moving memorial services here for Israel's dead and missing, and those have been unfolding throughout the day. And even after 365 days of fighting, in some ways, it feels like the day after. Not just here in Israel, but also over the border in Gaza, behind me here. It's just a few miles away. And there too, there will have been mourning today, because they too are struggling when the death toll there is now reaching levels that are at an almost unimaginable level. Look, throughout the day, just to give you a sense of how intertwined the mourning and the ongoing fighting has been in this particular region, there have been a number of sirens for rockets, warning of them coming in from Gaza. And whilst we travelled even closer to the border, to the open-air festival site, the memorial there, the gentle chime of wind chimes was punctuated by the sound of mortars that the Israeli military was firing into Gaza, where there are no sirens and no shelters. Look, the grief we've experienced here in Israel today has been absolutely palpable. And there is a new survey by the Israel Democracy Institute that's found that 3/4 of Israelis now believe that bringing the hostages home is more important than any war aim. But you wouldn't know it, would you? And although the ongoing bombardment of Gaza and Lebanon may be making Israelis safer in the short term, it is causing such rage, such frustration, that it's difficult to see how in the longer term it won't threaten the peace that Israel needs so desperately to begin to heal and to properly grieve.
Okay, Rachel, thank you very much. Well, the war being fought in Gaza has been utterly devastating. Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza saying more than 41,000 Palestinians have been killed. The continued Israeli assault has also dramatically altered the landscape of the region itself. This is Al-Shifa Hospital before the war began. It's the largest complex in Gaza and could treat hundreds of patients. And this is it now, after being reduced to rubble after a series of Israeli airstrikes. The Israeli military says it was targeting a Hamas command center beneath the hospital. But it's not just hospitals. This is the Islamic University of Gaza, just outside the center of Gaza City. It was the first higher education institute in the region and taught around 17,000 students. Well, this is it now, almost completely destroyed by bombings. Almost all of Gaza's universities are now in ruins, and this is the port of Gaza a year ago. It's a fishing base, which was an essential part of the region's economy. Now it's been levelled, with almost all of the boats and fishing equipment destroyed. Of the 40,000 Palestinians killed, more than 11,000 are children, and left many more with life-changing injuries. Warning, Geraint Vincent's report shows serious injuries children have suffered from the start.
In a hospital in central Gaza, Hunan sits in bed while her baby sister, Misk, sleeps. Their home was destroyed in an airstrike some 5 weeks ago. The bombing killed their mother and left their father critically injured. Misk had to have the lower parts of her left leg amputated, while her sister lost both of hers. Two little girls. What wrong could they possibly have done? Asks their aunt.
Whoa! No!
Play, run around, and dress up. She says Hunan is always asking her, "Where is my mum? How can I replace her?" says Shifa. Of all the blood shed since the morning of October the 7th last year, so much has been entirely innocent. This is the aftermath of an airstrike yesterday on a school, which was being used to shelter displaced families. The Israeli military says Hamas was using the site as a command center. Of all the horror faced by paramedics like Ahmed in the last 12 months, the suffering of children is always the worst.
Killing boys and girls will be injured without hands, without arms, without legs. These things are horrific, and I can't imagine that I will forget this scan.
Just a few days after Israel's assault on Gaza began, a 6-year-old boy was plucked miraculously from the ruin of his apartment building. Now Ali Mema lives in a shack on a beach with his grandparents. On his grandfather's phone are pictures of the life he used to have, of the mother, father, brother and sister who all died when the flats were bombed. His granddad repeats the question Ali often asks him: "Why didn't you leave me in the building? Then I'd be in heaven with my parents."
Fucking would you? Fucking kill a bastard.
There is much debate about casualty figures in Gaza, but the damage done by a year of intense violence is immeasurable in lives blighted by trauma and injury when they have barely begun. Geraint Vincent, ITV News.
And on our website, there's a first-hand account of what it's been like inside Gaza since last October from Mohammed Abu Said, a freelance cameraman who works for ITV News. Well, our senior international correspondent John Irvine is in Tel Aviv for us tonight. John, you have covered this region from
along at a brisk pace. It was overall, what's the word I'm looking for? Stupid? So stupid. I don't know how Leonard can get so caught up in this. It's crazy. They spend hours arguing about things that don't even exist. What a waste of time. I know. A hammer's so heavy that no one else can pick it up. I don't think it's heavy. I think it's some sort of magic so only Thor can lift it. That makes even less sense. I mean, no. Thor is a god. The hammer is his, only he can use it. It's like Sheldon and his toothbrush. Or his thin beckoning lips. Wait, hang on. What if Thor's hand is on the hammer? I mean, if he's touching it with his god magic, does that mean I could lift it? No. Yes. Well, which is it? Maybe we missed something. Let's read it again. Okay. Yeah. Want some tea? Good idea, I'll help you. Wait, I thought we were reading. We are. We're just, giving you a head start.
Wish my mom was here. I'll hang out in their shadow.
You wear pants in the desert? Feel like I've got poached testicles.
Oh, you poor thing, you're sweating. That's so much worse than having your car stolen.
Insurance is gonna buy you a new car. It's not gonna defunk my junk.
Gentlemen, a little less belly aching. We're starting.
Oh, Star Trek.
No, that's what it's not right.
Please, Sheldon, I am so not.
It's a Vogue.
Leonard, all our lives we have dreamed of finding ourselves inside one of the fantasy worlds we love. And look at us. At this moment, we are in fact a Star
That's
Trek
good, that.
and stranded in an alien and unforgiving environment, relying only on
He's
our
vodka, isn't he? He's data, isn't it?
and our moxie. As long as we have those things, I hate this planet. It says right here on the hammer.
Oh, dear.
This hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. Well, hold on. Who decides who's worthy? Does the hammer decide? Yes. It can't decide. It's a hammer. You said it's a magic hammer. Yeah, but it can't make decisions. If Harry Potter's wand can make decisions, why can't Thor's hammer? Okay. If you're going to start comparing wands and hammers, can't even take you seriously.
Hello. 4 glasses of water, please. Anything for you guys?
Can I use your phone? Our car got stolen. Why don't you ask Scotty to beam you up?
Scotty was on the original series, and we're next generation. So, joke's on you. We're not with him.
You can't pick something up in outer space. In space, there is no up. Oh, yeah? Then how does the sun come up every day?
Oh, that's a good question, that.
Street smarts.
That's a good question, that, actually. That's a good question, isn't it? Well, when the sun come up then?
And then you will see I am not wrong. Because if we were in outer space, then anyone could pick up the hammer because it would be floating around in a weightless environment. Yep, that's right. The slow reader used science. Suck on that.
Is there anything valuable in the car? Our clothes, our wallets, phones,
And about $300 worth of makeup, so this thief could look like anyone right now.
makeup. going to the Comic Con in Bakersfield. They have a big costume contest. It's cooler than it sounds.
I don't know. Sounds pretty cool.
It is. It's not just comic books. They've got action figures, toys, a Tron-themed dance party.
Hey, that's how cool it is.
I think I have all I need here. You guys need me to call someone? I'm guessing your mom's.
Thanks, but we got it covered.
Okay, I just talked to my mom. She arranged for us to get a rental car.
Great, we can still make it to Comic Con.
Are you kidding me? For all we've been through, I just want to go home.
Don't be like that. Come on now, talk to him.
I'm with Leonard. I'm done.
We'll fight.
Then I guess it's 2 against 2. How do we decide?
Actually, it's 3 against 1.
What? Well, what about the mission? You said we were a real-life landing party.
Yeah, well, we're not. We're an imaginary landing party. We have real-life garbage thrown at us by real-life strangers who think we're idiots. To tell you the truth, I'm starting to feel like one. I want to go home now.
Okay. Did we at least rent the car from Enterprise? Get it?
No problems. All right.
Screw you, that's funny.
He's just screwing you, that's funny.
Picked up Thor while Thor is holding the hammer. Yeah. That might be transitive property of picking things up. Hulk picked up the hammer. No. Hulk picked up Thor. Thor picked up the hammer.
Idiot!
If I go to a bar and pick up a guy, and he picks up a girl, and then we all leave together, did I pick up the girl?
Yeah, good question.
Did that ever happen? Hey, we're talking about me or we're talking about Thor?
What? Say this last time we were outside.
Look right here. Red Hulk is picking up Thor's hammer because Thor's touching it. Hey! The strap is part of the hammer.
Are they actually arguing about comic books?
No, that can't be right.
Maybe Thor's hammer is a new color of nail polish. Yeah, there's only one logical explanation. Somewhere in the desert, we cross into an alternate dimension where the women in our lives can finally appreciate great literature.
If it's an alternate dimension, sounds like a job for
Yeah, pull this one.
Captain, what are your orders?
This one.
I say we investigate.
Wait. They might be hostile.
Fine, but set them to start. If they brass Penny, I'll never try to go for Nefertiti again.
Oh, watch this one, Matt. It's for his fault.
All right. Just a minute.
Wow, that is interesting.
I learn something new every day.
Can you name the 4 state capitals that are not served by the interstate system?
Ooh, another quiz.
Simon Bird thinks we're all destined to an eternity in hellfire. Before that, do try to squeeze in some comedy. Everyone else burns. Stream Series 1 before Series 2 coming soon. Up next year on E4, Happily Ever After is inside in Hollywood. Surely not. We'll see you in Chester. Lights. Campo Viejo. Action.
Hey, it's over, I mean, go.
E4
Sure.
Prime Entertainment. Sponsored
Oh,
by
go.
Campo Viejo.
I won't fucking stand there, love.
To make other people happy.
You've got to be kidding me.
Don't read over my shoulder.
It may be the end of young Sheldon, but it's the start of something big. Yes, you don't have to go. The final
I need to.
Young Sheldon on E4.
Just a little colors for my eyes. Well, look what's about to happen. They may not have it all together, but together they have it all. It's only 45 minutes to get into this outfit.
Nothing is so tight as walking out before the Joe has a fever and he is sweating very much.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Next Monday at 7:30.
Yeah, you.
Megan smell.
Now in info, highly emotional, volatile, and devastatingly dramatic times ahead on the day of Sienna and Ethan's wedding. We're in Chester for Hollywood.
Okay, now you look at.
Michael Blythe.
Till death do us part.
Huh?
I need
Michael
those
Blythe,
dogs
what's your
to
name?
understand a fighting chance of beating this. And if Freddie can't do it, you'll have to. Or I will tell him that Curtis hurt Lexi and you.
I am surprised me and Vicky didn't get an invite to the wedding. Almost as if it's for close friends and family only. But you and Vicky are close. Well, at least you was last Christmas when you slept together behind mine and Sienna's backs.
Hello. Not 14.
Oh. Oh.
Ethan Williams. I promise to be faithful, supportive,
Smart, wasn't it?
and to never go to bed on a document. To love and cherish you for the rest of my days together.
Maybe go with you then.
I do. Just come in now with money bills. I know, right?
You're actually going to with it?
Why? Do I look like I'm going on the school run? What is this?
Oh, smart.
Bridesmaid fashion. Get dressed. And yes, thanks both. I do
Right.
look pretty.
We thought you might have had a change of heart. Ethan got with Vicky.
And everyone turning up to say knowing about it. I told you last night it's happening. I forgave him and I trust him. Okay, nothing is going to stop this wedding. Haven't you got someone to marry today, love?
Me and the bride-to-be had an argument, so I drank my sorrow. Well, is that on or off? Because one of the people feels baby so.
Is that what you're bothered about?
Ooh, she said it's right. She still loves me.
And that's these?
Yeah, I know my vows are about.
Okay then. And what about the ones that say, and I promise, till death do us part, to never, ever bed Vicky again.
Oh, me.
Yes, thanks you.
That's the best man you are. Besides, Sienna forgave me months ago, okay? She put it behind her. Is that what you did with Vicky? Shut up! Alright, I'm not letting anything ruin this day. I've been waiting for this for so long.
Hey, where's the brush?
Just having a Mercedes a shift to the cafe. Oh, I'm off to Sienna's wedding.
Mercedes?
She's at home. She's having one of her off days. She's struggling, to be honest. She doesn't like being so vulnerable. Sorry, I don't mean to dump all this on you. It's just, it's hard to stay positive, you know.
No, it's fine. Listen, you need to live for the moment, alright? Go out there, enjoy your day. As for Sienna and Ethan, I'll give it a year.
Not very hard that long with my sister. See you.
was on the agenda. You're supposed to be getting Sophie and Sebastian ready.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we have an hour and 15 minutes until the wedding car arrives. We have to make do with Warren's old motor. I mean, is that a really bad omen?
So, are you ready to be served the same full English for the rest of your life? Actually, as I remember, Ethan, he serves quite a generous portion.
Yeah, well, Rafe's breakfast was always very well presented too.
Well, sisters are all about sharing.
Yeah, and we won't go there with Brody.
Come on, Sienna. Top 3.
Please, I am not.
Let's have a Trevor Warren. What? Ethan doesn't make the cut.
In terms of who I love, yes, Ethan is number 1. Now, he's seen me at my very worst. I've thrown all of my insecurities at him, and amazingly, he loves me regardless. No matter what, we just seem to gravitate back to each other. Dale, stop faffing with your hair, and that doesn't really need to be done right now, does it? So could you please just both get ready for my wedding? Okay. Okay, go. We're moving. We're doing it, and you're not dressed yet. We're running out of time for you to make my bouquet.
I'm dressed.
You are not, I repeat, not walking me down the aisle looking like that.
I don't need a fancy suit. Do you want me to walk you down the aisle?
Yeah, I just assumed. Do you see any of the dads in the room? Dad?
I'd really like that. I don't know what to say.
There you go.
First for me as well. Arm in arm like a proud father. He's wearing a suit. Please just go and find one. I know there are some spares back there. And please finish my bouquet. Right, we have an hour and 13 minutes left, people.
You going to court?
You know where I'm going.
You're making a mistake.
That's the reason you called me on my wedding day. If you shut it.
I just need a chance to tell you how I actually feel. Before it's too late. A year ago, we were having fun. We went on dates. We were happy.
Yeah, and then I got back with Sienna.
Yeah, and then slept with me.
Vicky, you're gorgeous. Right, you're a 10 out of 10. But you need to find someone single. Sure, that might be Robbie, but it definitely ain't me.
Okay, but the things that you said to me on that night, like I was the best thing that ever happened to you. I mean, people don't just say that.
I might have had a few.
No, but in the morning we cuddled. I mean, you made me coffee. You didn't just hit and run. And Ethan, I can't stop thinking about it. Okay, I mean, I'm taking extra shifts at the loft just to be around you. I'm checking my phone constantly, hoping that I see your name. You're the first man that's ever treated me.
I look at them to get married now.
Vicky, I don't want to hurt you.
Just give me a chance. I'll make you so happy. Siena's car crash. She'll only give you grief.
Right, well, maybe that keeps me on my toes. Maybe that's why I love her.
Okay, but in the long run, yeah, all the chaos that she brings, all the demands, all the drama, high maintenance, it'll kill you. Okay? Don't marry her.
There is not a shred of home for me, you, Vicky. Alright, it was some stupid fling with some immature girl. Stay out of my life. Stay out of my marriage, and I couldn't care less if I never saw you again.
There's one more thing that I can make you regret. We both know what that is.
What?
If any explorer knows, you should always steer to the fridge.
In the wagon!
Oh, God.
Getting exclusive access to gigs and incredible rewards tomorrow too.
I definitely won't wear that.
Nice. Unlock Beyond, the free energy savings account from OVO, and see what you could save.
You can do it. When you're being cured.
Oh, smart, man. Oh, smart. Oh, smart.
So do it.
Well, it sure looks like a neat time. Here it goes. There we go. What's that?
Devon knows how they make it so creamy. And for delicious breakfasts, try our irresistibly creamy porridge. No need to add water or milk. It's truly ready to eat. Attention, little shoppers. Now you can get a little bit more with Little Plus. We're spending just £10 per month. Just got a whole lot more rewarding. Grab your deliciously sweet bakery treats. Nibble on the little Little Plus today. Jamal's neighbourhood updates. Look at this.
The dark. Come on, go dark.
Frozen with club card prices. It pays to be connected. Tesco Mobile.
Oops. They're off ground then.
Tempting
They're off ground.
rich chocolate. Irresistible crumbliness. And a generous layer of thick milk chocolate. Fabulous. Fox's fabulous half-coated cookies. Finances can feel a bit puzzling, like working out the right protection for your home and family. Or feeling unsure if your pension is on the right path. Thankfully, Aviva can help make these conundrums click. Help you solve your financial puzzles? It takes Aviva.
Join me and the Style Squad, only at Freeman's.
People like to say, I'm so citizen. Remember when you couldn't take a photo, give your phone to someone else and add in yourself? Remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until they did it. Google Pixel 9. Wicked savings with member perks like free
Oh, God, we took.
delivery plus.
Oh, wow. I love it. Smart that. Smart.
Sign up and start living the plus life. Delivery plus now just got even better.
While some bonds remain strong, you really care about each other, others may be a breaking point.
I don't like look into one of his eyes and think I really want to kiss you.
You're never going to want to rip my clothes off.
Oh my gosh, everyone just cut up.
Married at
Not
First
too
Sight
smart,
UK
man.
on E4. Stream or
Smart.
watch Monday to Thursday at 9. If you see a person acting in an agitated way, contact the police. I can't get hold of the groom right now, but I'm sure there's a really good reason why he's running late, so it's like... Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, well, the father of the bride was giving me a premarital pep talk.
This isn't even Ethan's style.
Sienna won, Sienna gets.
Oh, we're doing it on a beach night, fun.
You're married there too.
Everyone upstanding, please.
What you looking at? Anybody anything to say?
very fancy now. Yeah, okay, that freaks me out a little bit. Jez in a Patrick suit.
He looks fair.
Oh, please be seated.
You look beautiful.
Not too shabby, so.
Well, for this, I'd like to all your hopes and dreams. Forever be your support. Sienna, everything I do it for you. Like it already feels like we've been married forever. Because we've overcome so much. Been through the good and the bad. And no amount of craziness is ever going to match how crazy I am for you. You know, after Lizzie died and what happened to my brother, you got me through the darkest period of my life. Because you are my light. I'm so grateful I get to wake up every day next to you. I get to call myself your husband and stepdad to the brilliantly molded Sophie and Sebastian. I promise I will take care of the three of you until my last breath. Sorry.
Love you, Daddy Ethan. You're well good.
Well, go on, kiss the bride, Ethan.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mrs.
Yes, of course you can. Go on. These are gorgeous, by the way.
Our white chrysanthemums represent devotion and longevity.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to show you my devotion and longevity in the air. I'll speak later.
Okay, are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drink to celebrate. Enjoy it while it lasts. Until he's knocking on my door again. You racist bloody bitch. Ethan said my legs go on forever.
Okay. Look, the dress can be dry and clean. This is your day. Do not stoop to her level.
I told you, stay away.
You know, he called me gorgeous. 10 out of 10. Maybe an hour before we got married.
No, all right. This has been taken completely out of context. Right? I was mucking her off. Literally, that makes no words, Jess.
You knew that they met up. This wasn't so long. And I didn't want anything to spoil your wedding or me giving you away. So you cheated.
Yeah, nice one, Pops. You know, giving us a go-ahead to be the laughing stock because we all know for a fact that Ethan can't resist a younger, prettier woman. He begged me for it.
You did?
Him in a Santa suit and I was his little helper. Couldn't get enough.
What do you think you are? Yeah, turning up here, bringing up the irrelevant past, right? Which doesn't even matter now, by the way, to me and my wife.
An irrelevant one-night stand that ended in that irrelevant thing that you paid for, yeah?
Vicky?
For me to go private. Neither of us wanted a baby.
Okay, go for it.
Come on then.
Oh, oh, great fate, man. Great fate.
Who said weddings were wanted?
said, no more deals. I really need these.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh,
Thanks. Listen, I know these might be a little too hard to get hold of. Chemo meds. But there's a shortage and my friend needs it. Like, it might extend her life. Just give me what's when you know more, yeah?
More drugs from Germany? No.
Mercedes wants them. She needs them.
You were adamant no more sneaking in drugs. Look what he did to Freddie. He lost custody of his own daughter. Curtis could go back into care.
Yeah, Mercedes might not live to see her kids grow up if I don't help her.
I don't buy it.
Well, maybe you should just trust that your sister's doing the right thing for once.
What has Mercedes got over you?
10 plans.
What?
Sienna's wedding. Did you put him in a boot? Liberty wants to stick him to the back of the car at the end of the day. That's so tacky.
Now that you mention it, she's probably going to hate that just married son too.
Yeah, I know. What Freddie doesn't know, it's not going to hurt him. You got that.
You're not going to see her again. Yeah, you sent her packing, right? But she just said it because she was bitter and jealous.
So that was a lie. Getting her pregnant was a lie.
See, she was 2 weeks later. Okay, we made the decision straight away.
Were you ever going to tell me?
No. Okay, no, I wasn't. Okay, I already hurt you enough by cheating. Okay, I thought you'd never take me back, and you knew.
No, and I can't have any more children.
I know, Sienna, I know. Okay, which is why I kept it to myself, and Vicky swore she would as well.
Oh, I love birds. Still want to capture the romance?
No.
Well, I've got another wedding to get to, so let's make the most of it.
Oh, please, okay, just give us a second, yeah? Sienna, the vows are just waiting. They haven't changed. We're married now, and it's staying that way, so please just try and put it out of your mind.
How, Ethan?
Yeah, but these photos, they're going to last a lifetime, and so will we, I promise.
Right, Ethan, pick Sienna up like you're carrying her over the threshold.
The kids never going to be over you.
Yes, only because of all that affair, did it? No, Sienna, because it's some unrequited crush.
Unrequited. I don't believe you. And I don't believe your vows. I don't believe anything you say, Ethan, because the trust is gone.
You just married me, Sienna. That's a pretty big show of trust, okay? We've gone over and over this. We've dealt with my mistakes.
An unwanted pregnancy is a mistake that I am never going to get over.
Sienna, okay, enough for the photos. Can we take our first married row somewhere else? Yeah? Maybe the bridal suite.
Oh, Vicky thinking she had a chance of fighting Sienna. You know, she's a driving in dark. No one's stripping her. Yeah. I'm just glad the kids didn't see that.
Can I get your number, Mr. DJ?
Whoa! Mixed marriage might be an all 5 seconds after we started. All you want to do is party.
Listen, Ethan and Sienna look good about it. We're ripping each other's clothes off later.
Oh, sorry. I get a second. I'm sorry.
Surely you mean fiance.
I'm joking, not joking.
Don't go fast, number.
So, do you think the honeymoon period is already over for the newlyweds?
Thank you, Maxine. Listen, we're all still here to celebrate Sienna and Ethan, and as the father of the bride, I am sure my daughter truly loves Ethan, no matter what.
Vicky, then who that's Ethan? Is it any teenager in hot pants?
Stop with the paranoia.
Ethan, you just publicly humiliated me, and now everybody can see that clearly I am not and never will be enough for you.
The more I get to know my son-in-law, the
Just
more...
calm down.
This should have been over.
So I put white chrysanthemums in the bouquet because they're supposed to symbolise devotion and longevity.
Okay, well then I'll just wait. As long as it takes for you to forgive me.
You've got another woman pregnant, Ethan. There is no coming back from that.
A lot of tip is always a spicy one. But we all know it's making up that's hot, so let's not waste a free bar. The party goes on till 11. To the happy couple.
To the happy couple.
What? That's deep, fellas. Who did it?
Somebody do something.
He did it. That's very good.
Stream every episode of stirring synth drama Humans. Have a look into the Black Mirror now with Channel 4. Up next, ahead of the Young Sheldon grand finale on Sunday, we're showing all Big Bang episodes that feature the Cooper family tree. This one has Missy.
Not with her, because she
Yeah.
argued with him.
What did you do to your face?
Just a little color, make my eyes pop. Well, look forward to what's about to happen. It may not happen.
Yeah, but he did.
But together.
Well, I mean, sit down.
But it was a bad one.
Nothing is so tired as walking out before dinner. Joe has a fever and he is sweating very much.
He's there. I don't like it. She sweated.
Hey now, hey now.
Yeah, he's there.
Oh wow.
Eddie's keeping the family updates coming wherever he is. Thanks to 99% network coverage.
It pays to be connected. Tesco Mobile.
Oh, well, that one.
You know, it doesn't matter if you choose left or right because they're both chewy, crunchy, and delicious.
You know, it doesn't matter if you choose left or right because they're both chewy, crunchy, and delicious.
Know what else I like? No, what?
The sound of the snap when you bite into it.
You can do it
When you're being cured.
when you're being cured.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So do it.
Make your everyday taste better with our carefully crafted Tesco finest sourdough. 20-hot wings bucket, $7.99. Believe deals, believe in chicken.
Super tasty. Super noodle tasty. Super noodles. The tastiest taste in town.
What? Oh, you listen.
Not me.
No.
Up a car park. This is the up a car park.
New skin contraction. It'll haunt you forever. Scareface.
Without Blue, toilet cleaning can be a chore, week after week after week. Break the cycle. It's much easier with Blue. It keeps your toilet clean and fresh for up to 30 days. So there's more time for the nice things in life. Try Blue now.
Yeah, man. Good for you, though. We're gun centre.
Oh wow.
Gun centre.
Feel Radox ready.
Simple's Active Skin Barrier Care Cream. Clinically proven to reduce water loss in just 2 hours, helping skin repair itself. Use it in the morning and it'll be working before noon. For visibly healthy looking skin. Simple. Powerful results. Suitable for sensitive skin.
Every meal, every family,
How?
everyone. We all bring something different to the table. Because we're safe. Make existing savings with member perks like free delivery on groceries with Delivery Plus. Now, just what's even better.
women's energy, the new fragrance for men.
This Venturia sofa is no what you get everywhere else sofa, and no one can say, I've got
Right.
to this. With thousands of unique pieces, find your you at Venturia.
Two weddings. At home, I want to be fun and flirty. And in Italy, big real. Join Vicky Patterson as she prepares to marry her Prince John. Just like the kindest person I've ever met.
It's going to be a wedding of a
There is so much to get done. My sister will write her own vows.
I completely understand that, but you are married, okay.
Can they pull it off? It's like a rational voice at the back of your head.
Someone mentioned that, Dad.
Well, and get married
Yep,
twice.
got the messages.
How was that involved? To us.
A two-night exclusive. Vicky Patterson, My Big Fat Geordie Wedding on E4. Starts Wednesday, 16th of October.
A graduation party and a tiny slice of cake. New below deck sailing yacht is in half an hour after we hang out with more members of the Cooper family tree ahead of the grand finale of Young Sheldon this Sunday. What's up, Missy?
Message from the dark side there is.
Entertainment with Adi Masra. E4 Prime
Right,
Entertainment.
got the messages.
Sponsored by Campo Viejo.
On the other
Well
hand,
done,
some physicists are concerned that if the super glider actually works, it'll create a black hole and swallow up the Earth, ending life as we know it.
What a bunch of crybabies. No, that's no glory in that.
Hey, check it out. The School of Pharmacology is looking for volunteers.
We are testing a new medication for social anxiety, panic attacks, agoraphobia, and obsessive compulsive disorder.
Why would you be looking for test subjects here?
I don't know, Raj. Maybe the comic book store doesn't have a bulletin board. What's going on?
Shh, hot girl, Sheldon's office. Sheldon's office. She lost. I think so. I followed her here from the parking lot. Maybe she's his lawyer. Oh, she's free to examine my briefs. Oh, I know, I'm disgusting. I should be punished. By her. Oh, look, I did it again.
Should do it.
Thank you for coming by. Hello.
Oh, hey, buddy. Buddy.
Sorry, I'm late. I'm working on a project that may take me up on the next space shuttle. How can you be late? I wasn't expecting you at all. Nobody ever expects me. Sometimes you just look and bam, Howard Walls.
Sheldon, you gonna introduce us?
Oh, all right. This is Missy. Missy, this is Leonard and Rajesh, and you've already met Howard.
It's nice to meet you.
Me too. It's been awesome. Yeah. So, how do you two know each other?
Oh, he once spent 9 months with my leg wrapped around his head.
Excuse me? She's my twin sister. She thinks she's funny, but frankly, I've never been able to see it.
It's because you have no measurable sense of humor, Shelley.
Exactly what sense of humor. Humor-mometer? Well, I think you're delightfully droll. Or as the French say, très drôle.
Okay, so let me see if I got this. Leonard, Howard, and I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Rajesh.
So, Missy, what brings you all the way from Texas?
Was it perhaps destiny? I think it was destiny.
My friend's getting married in Disneyland tomorrow night.
Destiny, thy name is Anaheim.
And I had to drop off some papers for Shelley to sign for my dad's estate.
The papers could have been mailed. Mom just sent you here to spy on me, didn't she?
I guess that's why they call you a genius.
Call me a genius because I'm a genius. Tell Mom that I currently weigh 165 pounds and that I'm having regular bowel movements. Enjoy the wedding. Goodbye.
Oh. If the wedding's not until tomorrow, why don't you stay with us tonight?
Oh, I don't think so. Shelley doesn't like company. Even as a little boy, he'd send his imaginary friends home at the end of the day.
They were not friends. They were imaginary colleagues.
Look, you're here. We have plenty of room.
No, we don't.
Come on, Shelley. She's family.
So what? I don't issue invitations to your mother.
Well, it would be nice not to have to drive to Anaheim in rush hour.
And don't ever call me Shelley.
So it's settled. You'll stay with us.
Yeah, I'll walk you to your car. You're in structure 3, level C, right?
What just happened?
So anyway, we're 8 years old, and Sheldon converts my easy bake oven to some kind of high-powered furnace.
Your twin sister. Twin.
I needed a place to fire ceramic semiconductor substrates for homemade integrated circuits.
He was trying to build some sort of armed robot to keep me out of his room.
Made necessary by her insistence on going into my room.
Anyway, I go to make those little corn muffins they give you. There's a big flash. Next thing you know, my eyebrows are down. Yeah, I had to go through the entire second grade with crooked eyebrows my mom drew on.
Is that what that was? I just assumed that the second grade curriculum had rendered you quizzical.
Hey, Leonard, you left your underwear in the dryer downstairs.
They're not mine.
Really? They have your little name label in them.
Yeah, no, I do. I use those just to polish up my spearfishing equipment. I spearfish. Well, I'm not crossbow hunting. I spearfish. Penny, this is Sheldon's twin sister, Missy. Missy, this is our neighbor, Penny.
Hi. Wow, you don't look that much alike.
Can I get a hallelujah? Fraternal twins come from 2 separate eggs. They are no more alike than any other siblings. Hallelujah. Hey, guess what? I've been accepted as a test subject for a new miracle drug to overcome pathological shyness.
Good for you, Raj.
Yes, I'm very hopeful. Hello, Missy. They mentioned there may be side effects. So, Missy, have you ever met a man from the exotic subcontinent of India?
Well, there's Dr. Patel at our church.
Ah, yes, but they are a good man.
Do you like motorcycles? Because I ride a hog.
Hog? You have a 2-cylinder scooter with a basket in the front.
You still have to wear a helmet.
Have you ever heard of the Kama Sutra?
The sex book.
The Indian sex book. In other words, if you wonder who wrote the book of love, it was us.
Sheldon's sister is pretty cute.
I wasn't staring.
I didn't say you were. I just said she was cute.
Oh, maybe. If you like women who are tall, perfect.
Sheldon, why are you ignoring your sister?
I'm not ignoring my sister. I'm ignoring all of you.
Brought snacks.
Oh my! Gherkins and...
Onion dip. It's onion dip. We don't entertain much.
Missy, do you enjoy pajamas?
I guess.
No, we Indians invented them. You're welcome.
Yeah, well, my people invented circumcision. You're welcome.
Missy, I'm gonna go get my nails done. Do you want to come? God, yes.
Want to get away from them?
Bye, Missy. Bye, Missy. See you.
Goodbye, Leonard.
Yeah, no, bye, Penny. you two have to back off. Why should I back off? You back off, dude. Excuse me, this is my apartment and she's my roommate's sister. So what? You've already got Penny. How do I have Penny? In what universe do I have Penny?
So I can have Penny?
Hell no! Excuse me, can I interject something? I'm ordering pizza online. Is everyone okay with pepperoni? Sheldon, can I talk to you in private? I guess. Don't worry, I was going to order you cheeseless. Thank you. It's okay. Lactose intolerance is nothing to be embarrassed about. I'm a fancy Indian man. We invented pajamas. Hey, look at me. I don't have a foreskin. Sheldon, are you aware that your sister is an incredibly attractive woman? She certainly has a symmetry and low body fat that Western culture deems desirable. It's noteworthy, at other points in history, heavier women were the standard for beauty because their girth suggested affluence. That's fascinating, but I didn't say it was fascinating. I said it was noteworthy. All right, noted. My point is that Koothrappali and Wallowitz, they're hitting on your sister. Oh, okay. You know, I don't want to criticize your rhetorical style, but we'd be a lot further along in this conversation if you'd begun with that thought. That's great. What I'm saying is that we took quite an unnecessary detour from what I now understand to be your thesis. Whatever. You have to do something about it. Why? Because she's your sister. I don't understand. But yes, we shared a uterus for 9 months. And since then, we've pretty much gone our own separate ways. Okay, consider this. With your father gone, it is your responsibility to make sure that Missy chooses a suitable mate. I hadn't considered that. We do share DNA, so there is the possibility, however remote, that resting in her loins is the potential for another individual as remarkable as myself. Exactly. And you owe it to yourself and to posterity to protect the genetic integrity of your sister's future offspring. You're right. If someone wants to get at Missy's fallopian tubes, they'll have to go through me. I am Shiva the Destroyer. I will have the woman. I'm warning you, I was judo champion at math camp. All right, that's enough juvenile squabbling. Stop it. You stop it, I say. I'm going to settle this right now. Neither of you are good enough for my sister. Who are you to decide that? He's the man of his family. You have to respect his wishes. You're out too, by the way. Said what? Nothing personal. I just prefer if my future niece or nephew didn't become flatulent every time they ate an Eskimo pie. What are you so happy about? I'm not happy. It's the medication. I can't stop smiling.
E4 Prime Entertainment, sponsored by Galleria.
Even as a child, I was always doing things to make other people happy.
You've got to be kidding.
Don't read over my shoulder.
It may be the end of young Sheldon, but it's the start of something big.
Do we really have to go?
Yes, we really have to go. The final episodes of Young Sheldon on E4, back to back, Sunday from 8.
Pure deliciousness.
A brand new series, Jamie, Fast and Simple, on Channel 4. Stream and watch tonight at 8.
Dream, 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 I want you in my arms when I want you.
Ambrosia. Devon knows how they make it so creamy. And for
What's
delicious
that?
breakfasts, try irresistibly creamy porridge. No need to add water or milk.
Oh, tell me what it's that now.
To eat.
It might be, because I don't like it's coming on. Oh, yeah, I'll have. If I didn't love.
Only some tickets make it, well, unmissable. Finding a new flavour. Let your dining pleasure help with the bill. Skip straight to the good bit. Let's skip the queue. Unreserved passion. There's reserved seats for that. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Babies have their ways to put our skin protection to the test.
What colour?
Pampers Premium have double protection that absorbs instantly to help
What
keep
colour?
their skin gorgeously healthy day
What colour? What colour?
and our new Stop and Protect pocket helps stop and mix it all back.
What colour?
Skin protection approved by babies. Pampers Premium Protection.
As any explorer knows, you should always stay open to adventure. Charles. Adventure Flavor since 1889. Let's bring the family together for breakfast. Whatever they're having, they all love the great taste and smooth creaminess of Nutella. Delicious on porridge. It goes great on toast.
So good on fruit. I like your own crumpets. Nutella, always better together.
Love unlimited social media from Foxy Mobile. Time for my monthly photo dump.
Got the aesthetic food shop?
Check.
Chaotic group pic?
Check.
Selfie where you look hot and your mate just looks okay?
Let me get on now.
Oi!
The fun never ends with unlimited social media on Foxy Mobile.
If Galaxy chocolate tastes good to you, wouldn't it be great if it did good for others too? By 2030, we commit to help 1 million people, including women, their families, and their communities thrive. Just a little bit of pleasure could create ripples of hope. Galaxy, your pleasure has promise.
New Kid Savings with member perks like free delivery and Delivery Plus. Genius. Sign up and start living the Plus life. Delivery Plus now just got even better.
Attention all little shoppers. Now you can get a little bit more with Little Plus. With spending just £10 per month, it's got a whole lot more rewarding. Grab your deliciously sweet fingery treat. Get all the little ads. Download Little Plus today.
Arranged marriages. Why did we stop doing them?
Wait, it's a peer pressure. If you don't do it, you look weird.
Like a bunch of incels born in a pale, sickling. My husband dating a balloon's pun, and I'm not being able to fall off. You're the most pathetic man I've ever met. It's a good thing. You're probably in hell, and devil in toes.
Oh, sweet Christ. It's the worst thing in my life.
Here's the door, you just broke into your house.
Here we go. Bless Charles.
Everyone Else Burns on Channel 4. Starts Thursday the 17th of October.
E4 Prime Entertainment. Sponsored by Campo Viejo.
Now that Leonard's made me aware of how high the genetic stakes are, we have to face the fact that none of you are suitable mates for my sister.
Wait a minute, Leonard made you aware of that?
We all make mistakes. Let's move on.
Excuse me, but I think you're missing a big opportunity here.
How so?
Everybody knows genetic diversity produces the strongest offspring. Why not put a little mocha in the family latte?
In principle, you have a point. But as a practical matter, need I remind you that it takes experimental pharmaceuticals to simply enable you to speak to the opposite sex?
I think you're focusing entirely too much on the drugs. Is it because I'm Jewish? Because I'd kill my rabbi with a pork chop to be with your sister.
This has nothing to do with religion. This has to do with the fact that you're a tiny, tiny man who still lives with his mother. You are really being unreasonable. Am I? Here, eat this cheese without farting, and you can sleep with my sister.
Oh, really?
Oops.
Shelley, can I speak to you for a minute? Alone?
Why does everyone suddenly want to talk to me alone? Usually nobody wants to be alone with me. We all make mistakes. Let's move on.
Okay. I'm not even going to ask why you picked me out for cheese. But since when do you care at all about who I sleep with?
Truthfully, I've never given it any thought, but it has been pointed out to me that you carry DNA of great potential.
What on earth are you talking about?
Let me explain. You see, I'm a superior genetic mutation, an improvement on the existing mediocre stock.
And what do you mean, mediocre stock?
That would be you. But residing within you is the potential for another me. Perhaps even taller, smarter, and less prone to freckling. Sheldon 2.0, if you will.
Sheldon 2.0?
Exactly. I'm not saying that I should be the sole decider of who you mate with. If you're not attracted to the suitor, then the likelihood of conception will be reduced.
You have got to be kidding me.
Not at all. Frequent coitus dramatically increases the odds of fertilization.
Okay, Shelley, sit down. I've lived my whole life dealing with the fact that my twin brother is, as Mom puts it, one of God's special little people.
I always thought I was more like a cuckoo bird. A superior creature whose egg is placed in the nest of ordinary birds. Of course, the newly hatched cuckoo eats all the food, leaving the ordinary siblings to starve to death. Luckily for you, that's where the metaphor ended.
I thought it ended at cuckoo. You listen to me. If you want to start acting like a brother who cares about me, then terrific. Bring it on. But you try one time to tell me who I should be sleeping with, and you and I are going to go round and round the way we did when we were little. Remember?
I have an alternate proposal.
Go on.
You donate eggs. We will place them in cryogenic storage. I will find an appropriate sperm donor for your eggs, and have them fertilized and implanted in you. That way, everybody wins.
Just keep it good.
Correction. Missy can date whoever she wants.
We have to settle this. I agree. Sheldon's sister is hiding at Penny's because we've all been hitting on her at the same time. She's not hiding. She needed privacy to call her grandmother, who's apparently very sick. Well, and then I believe she has to wash her hair. Oh, you poor deluded. Let's start with me, do it. You want to go again? Let's go. Okay. We're going to fight over Missy. Let's do it the right way. The honorable way. Ouch! Ow! Take that! You want some more? Ease her down! Yeah! Natural selection at work.
I weep for humanity.
Excuse me while I go tell Missy the good news.
Hey, Leonard.
Oh, hi, Penny. How's it going? Listen, that guy Mike that you were dating, is that still going on?
Pretty much, fine.
Nothing, just catching up. By the way, may I speak to Missy, please?
Of course. Hi, Leonard, what's up?
Well, since you're leaving tomorrow, I was wondering if you'd like to go to dinner with me.
That's so sweet. But no thanks.
Oh. Do you have other plans, or?
No.
Oh. All right, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks. See ya.
Oh dear.
Here's something we didn't anticipate.
What do you want, Howard?
I'm fine, thanks for asking. I've come to call on Missy.
Missy! Hi, Howard.
The amazing.
Do you like magic?
Not really, no.
Then you are in for a treat. Behold, an ordinary cane.
You know, I'm good.
No.
Go.
You sure?
Thank you. I appreciate. Please. Please. Uh-oh.
Oh, honey, is your medication wearing off? Well, hi, cutie pie. I was hoping you'd show up. I had a dog made a noise like that. I had to put him down. Any news you want me to pass along to Mom?
Well, she might be interested to know that I've refocused my research from bosonic string theory to heterotic string theory.
Yeah, I'll just tell you said hey.
Okay, well, it was pleasant seeing you, other than that business with my testicles.
Come on, Shelley. I'll let you know I'm very proud of you.
Really?
Yep. I'm always bragging to my friends about my brother, the rocket scientist.
You tell people I'm a rocket scientist?
Well, yeah.
I'm a theoretical physicist.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Goodbye, Shelley.
My God. Well, why don't you just tell them that I'm a toll taker at the Golden Gate Bridge? Rocket scientist, how humiliating.
Our ramble through the Cooper family continues tomorrow at 7:30, getting us wrapped up for the last ever episode of New Young Sheldon. The grand finale is here on E4 from 8. It's Bread Week this week, which for some reason always brings bread to the tent. New Great British Bake Off over on Channel 4 tomorrow at 8.
Sure.
That's your E4, new below deck sailing yacht.
Oh, Bugabah, where are you? Bugabah,
Sponsored by Campo Viejo.
Again.
Amanda Rowan, Clive, and their 9 kids are embarking on an epic journey. Turning a damaged passage from the Paris world into a new home in the middle of rural Yorkshire Dales.
I brought all the helpers today. Can we shine the light in it for a moment? See if anyone's home. In it or black?
Politicians are just religious fire.
This is all
Good for
Welcome Our Farm Next Door, Amanda, Clive and Kids on All 4. Starts next Monday at 9.
What was that for me? You are joking. I will protect my family with everything.
Hello.
The lady turned around and said, "Why they crying? First flight." And I said, "First flight with colony." Yes.
You're single, right? And better single than with parties.
You're pathetic. Get a life. Stop talking about
This is about me here.
So I'll take you for a drink.
No, I'm really drunk.
Can always be a big man that wants to talk to you.
You still have a number.
You literally hooked up with someone in
Respect
front of
that,
her.
which I've both been crossed. We're not mates. It's been 5 years. You've got to be.
So,
6 Maldives. I went back in.
Brand new Made in Chelsea on E4, coming soon.
Arranged marriages. Why did we stop doing them?
Wait, think of the peer pressure. If you don't do it, you look weird.
Like a bunch of incels grown in a pale, sickly lab. My husband dated the woman's pie and I'm not been able to fall off. You're the most pathetic man I've ever met. It's a good thing. If we were in hell, the devil would have.
saved my life.
You just broke into a house.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Everyone Else Burns on Channel 4. Starts Thursday, the 17th of October.
An exciting new match enters the experiment, and in-laws week continue to drop truth bombs or stir the pot. New Married at First Sight UK is in an hour, but right now it's a new below deck sailing yacht with a bit of a stingy slice.
Love.
It's time to take your seat for E4 Prime Entertainment. Sponsored by Campo Viejo.
Previously on Below Sailing.
You did? Yeah, I found out.
The case. Out of all the girls, who would you want to bet?
Steffi, but she's got a boyfriend and I respect that. Hello, Madonna.
Gina wants to celebrate her birthday. Thank you, everyone.
It's the best birthday cake ever.
Maybe cut it off and upload to my hair.
They're not going to want any more, are they?
I do.
No one better have 20 cakes though. They want another slice. Really bad.
Stupid. The chemistry that they have all makes sense now. I don't know Tom. She told me not to tell him. Dick move, isn't it? My brain's telling me don't shoot anything with Daisy. It's got trouble written all over it. It's
Is everyone okay?
Okay, so I said that. Yeah, I'll do it. You're always some tearing soup sometimes, right?
She's trying to do that. My policy in life is honesty.
Yeah,
It's a big deal.
so are they.
Oh my god.
Maybe they're drunk enough they won't notice.
But I don't think you're wrong. I genuinely don't. I see why you're upset.
I'm just so exhausted as well. I'm over it. I'm really over it.
Kevin, this cake slice is for you, by the way. Of course.
It's good.
So good, do it.
You know why I wanted this drama.
Yeah. But, yeah, we'll be fine. When someone does something that you would never do, it just makes it harder to understand. You don't often hear Daisy say sorry or admit that she's done something wrong, so I know Daisy cares about me because she feels remorse. It's just a hard pill to swallow if I have true feelings involved.
You got his cake?
Son of a bitch. See these big fish? They're trying to eat this school of fish. You see how the little ones swim in?
Wow, you have a whole aquarium show.
I know. I nerd out on this stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love working, but I would rather hang out with Mads. I consider this work-life balance.
I love that they're
I might get in there with a snorkel.
Do it. You have time?
Alright. Anchor's not going anywhere. Good night.
Night.
Whoa, there's a big one. Good morning, y'all made it.
The first trip I've never been to Italy. Morning. Can I get anyone any coffee or anything?
Frappuccino.
Sure. I just wanted to ask you about breakfast. Would you like it at 9 a.m. again?
Yeah.
Great. You're welcome, dude.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
9 a.m. breakfast.
What's up, Slim? Everything's done. Scuppers are done. They went to bed at 2:30 and they woke up at 6.
That's insane.
I know. Stuff like that.
Happy graduation, Lucy. Are you sad? Yeah.
Yeah, my darling.
Thanks, Lucy.
No.
Can you do
My
the
darling.
scuppers forward on the side bridge right in front of the wheels?
Yes, sir.
Should have been done last night. I don't know why it wasn't.
They went to bed at 2:30 and got up at 6.
That's fine. But first off, the
boys, of course.
Oh.
I've never lost a friendship over a woman before. If he's willing to throw our friendship away over this, then clearly I didn't mean that much to him.
Okay. How are you looking for 10 minutes? I reckon I'll make it work.
What an amazing town. I can't believe it's coming to an end.
So that's ready. Thank you.
Gary, you come take a look at something.
Oh no, this is zucchini and corn quiche, baked eggs with spinach and za'atar.
Oh, that's delicious.
Look under this table. That's how the whole boat looks.
Really?
Yeah. It wouldn't bother me. It's just that Glenn comes to me and he's like, scuppers should be done by now.
It won't take longer than an hour and a half to get a thorough rinse to this boat.
No.
I only had a few hours to clean. I focus on the
Right, bud.
picking up crumbs of food
Right.
off the floor. Straw.
That's quite annoying, isn't it?
I'm a little pissed off because at this point in the season, Alex should know better. Gary should have told him what to prioritize by now.
Morning.
Thanks for checking me.
Yeah.
Easy if you want to go down. I just got it, but we'll do it.
Lucy's university graduation, so we have a party for her tonight. Hey, you look so good. Have you graduated already? Oh, damn, that's right. So sad. I might not be at my graduation, but that's the life of yachting. I know I signed up for the job at the end of the day, so I can't be upset. Alright, love you. Bye. I'm ready for tonight. I just want to have some shots and get drunk.
Went board shorts yesterday and walking in the beach. I got sad. I swear it really hurts. We have some rash cream. Now I'm being serious.
Like deep
You
heat?
deep heat, yeah.
Are you going to put deep heat in your
Not. I've done that before, then I've touched my winky. And oh my god, did that hurt.
Calling, Glenn. Hey, go ahead. Hey, mate, anytime you're ready, you can fire up and we'll start getting out of here. How about you firing up now?
The beds in that one and then the other side, and then just refill tubs. Okay.
Calling, Glenn. Okay, copy.
Seamless. Bam. At your graduation.
Yeah, I know I'm here. Washing dishes. Whatever. I'm okay.
What's up, Playboy? Mario.
Get some good?
I was down for like an hour and a half. About a good 4 meters on port side. Contain, just stop. That's right. Yeah, we got our port stroke on in one. Oh, that's it, Captain. We're looking good.
Well done, guys. Thank you. All crew, let's get everybody on the docks to say goodbye.
Here it comes. Yeah.
It was amazing. And from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank each and every one of you. Alicia, with you taking the time to make vagina cakes, it brought me back to my beloved Grandma Flo, who I know is in heaven just smiling down. Thank you, everyone. And as a small token of our appreciation,
Well, thank you very much.
best yachting crew ever.
Bye, guys. Just go get changed then. Trace was not happy this morning.
Really?
Yeah, Black Pepper did so much harder, especially also if it gets go to bed so down and wake up so early.
Which he was warned about. Were you upset with them both this morning?
It wasn't a fast. I didn't expect Gary to run to Alex and be like, hey, Chase said you suck. I mean, come on.
What part looked bad?
Food all over the Sundeck floor. Like I told Gary, he had like 3 hours.
Why'd you call Gary?
Huh?
Excuse me.
So I said, it's not like I could be really upset with you. But there is food all over the floor where they're sitting.
Suck it up, buttercup.
It's pissing me off that Gary is making me look like a tattletaling bitch.
E4 Prime Entertainment, sponsored by Campo Viejo.
What did you do to your face?
Just a little color to make my eyes pop.
Well, I look forward to what's about to happen. They may not have it all together. But together they have it all.
Everybody get your face.
It took me 45 minutes to get into this outfit.
You think it's like us watching out before dinner? Joe has a fever and he is sweating very much.
Yeah, no. He's switching now. Another one doesn't good. Another one.
Starts next Monday.
He's sweating. He's there.
Trick or treat. Or if you like Simon, trick or shoot. We get it. We've
Good
got
shit.
with affordable quality and style at Maximum.
Make your kids savings with Nuva perks like free delivery and Delivery Plus. Genius. Sign up and start living that class life. Delivery Plus, now just for even better.
Rumour has it we've forgotten how to party. Essie. Shop fashion and home at jdwilliams.co.uk.
20 hot wings vodka, $7.99. Believe in deals, believe in chicken.
You